Question tarot reading. For the reading, we will be answering the question, you're only working part-time, you're applying to fashion-related jobs, but you have no luck. Do you have to change your job search? So we're going to be looking into the energy of the question. We're going to look into the energy of what the future foretells. What the future foretells. Like a future forecast kind of a thing. Please keep in mind that anything that I read future tense is subject to change based on your present action. So nothing is set in stone. You have the power and the ability to change outcomes of your future based on changing what you do right now. Okay? Our futures are always changing, like literally as we go by about our day every minute by minute. Okay? So I just need to always make sure I put that out there because I don't want people to think like whatever comes through in the cards is set in stone. So like I said, we're going to do that. The decks I'm working with are here in the back. So I'm going to be reading with the Indigo Angels Oracle, Angel Answers, The Universe Has Your Back, and the Radiant Wise Tarot. Okay. So I always list the decks that I use in my readings in case you guys are wanting to know what else I have. But let's just pull on the energy. So you've been applying for fashion related jobs and you haven't had any luck and you want to know if you need to change your job search. Now I will say this, when I sat down to get ready for your reading, I always like read over the email or wherever you put the question. And I was immediately given the idea of like, I don't know how much volunteer or intern work you've done or if you've done any, but when it comes to fashion, I don't know like what kind of fashion it is that you're looking to doing, but I'm thinking of like high fashion or like, you know, working for private fashion designers, that kind of thing, or at least getting to that level. But I feel like you need to put together your own personal portfolio. I also feel like doing intern work where maybe you can work for a fashion company or where you can, you know, help with the background stuff. You know what I mean? I was also getting the feeling of like writing fashion blogs. I don't know how popular blogs are these days, but I follow your Instagram and every once in a while, you know, you'll put stuff about clothes and, you know, you have a very nice, cute sense of style. So I feel like it's like using yourself to make your own brand, you know, and really creating your own portfolio for fashion to show people, depending on what kind of work you want to do in the fashion industry, but to show them what you're all about. And I feel like, you know, to get a following, to get an audience for it, you know, start creating, like start doing fashion blogs or writing for a fashion magazine or doing an internship to write for magazines or, you know, those kinds of things. I don't know. For some reason that stuff was popping out. But also like fashion is an umbrella. Fashion is an umbrella. There's so many different things that you could do under that umbrella for work that you don't have to just focus on the one type of job that you want. And so I feel like anything that you can do to get to where you want to be, like any little thing will act as a stepping stone and it will help you. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is we have the Emperor, we have the Knight of Pentacles, and we have the Four of Wands. Definitely the search for stability, looking for that structure, okay? Looking for that job that's gonna supply the financial structure, that's gonna supply the stability for you to feel secure, okay? I also feel like this is finding that job is a patient journey with the Knight of Pentacles, okay? It's going to be something that may take a while. You have two fours here. So the fours can indicate If we're looking in terms of time, it could be April. It could be 4 months from now, which would be April because we're in December. Or it could be like as soon as 4 weeks, or it could be the 4 of a month. So the 4th, the 14th, the 24th. But you do have 4s. And then also 4 is stability. So I feel like when it comes to what you're looking for work with the fashion industry and whatnot, needing to keep in mind what is going to what is going to provide a stable environment for you, because that's ultimately what you're looking for. There's nothing wrong with maintaining the part-time job and then doing like some freelance stuff on the side. There's nothing wrong with, you know, doing the part-time job now and then, you know, on the side building a blog or building some sort of a fashion-oriented thing that will help you be more attractive to these companies or these job listings that you're applying for and make you stick out more. So it's like they know that you know your stuff, that kind of thing. But it just depends on what kind of fashion, like what path are you choosing to take? And I'm not really sure what it is that you are. So it's a little bit hard for me to kind of pinpoint that. But maybe those ideas can give you something to go based off of. And then the other thing I see is with the Emperor is you really needing to utilize your own confidence. The Emperor, he's all about stability. He's all about security. He's all about structure. But he's also he's his own boss. And so perhaps when it comes to the fashion industry, you need to resemble more of that fire essence, that fire. And I think if I remember correctly, I feel like you do have a fire sign. But really embracing more of that fire energy and embracing your inner Emperor, okay? Being your own boss, being straightforward, not being, like pretty much being a very unapologetic person, right? Also being, you know, professional and whatnot at the same time, but still holding your own, because I feel like the fashion industry can be very cutthroat. I feel like it has a reputation and it's not meant for just anybody. So I feel like it's like if you really want to play that game and be involved in that kind of a life and that kind of a work environment, you gotta play the part already. Like start playing the part as if you're already doing it, even though you don't have a title just yet. Some of the oracle cards that I pulled, we have pray, you are loved, and freedom. So pray is amazing because that's pretty much saying you need to ask for what it is that you want, okay? Praying on it, setting your intentions on it, you know, literally asking universe or asking God for what it is that you want to provide for you, this opportunity so that you can show your full potential. The you are loved card is probably to me a sign from the angels, just a reminder to you that you are loved and that you are appreciated and you are supported in your decisions. Because I know that it could probably be really, really hard to apply for jobs that you really want and to not get the job can really put a damper on the self-confidence. Trust me, it definitely does. But just because you get a lot of no's doesn't mean that you'll always be rejected. Like there will be a yes there. So I feel like that card is just kind of reminding you that. And then the freedom card, because I feel like when you're doing something that you love, which is fashion, you do feel free. You feel like your spirit is completely just doing something that you are meant to do. It's your calling, it's your interest. You don't feel like you are, you know, barricaded in a strict, structured job. It's more like, it's more easygoing. It's more flexible. There's more opportunity there. That kind of thing. Like that's the kind of vibe that I'm getting about it. And I feel like that's like what you need. You need something that you're not going to feel so tied down to, you know? We have oneness is my true nature. I love that card. I feel like that card is kind of saying you being solo, right? Doing your own solo work when it comes to fashion. Oneness is my true nature. Embracing your own brand, embracing your own sense of style, and like making yourself shine so that they come to you, okay? or when they see you, when you're applying, it's like they know you'll bring a new flavor to the company or to the brand or whatever it is. And then we have the yes card. I love it. So I feel like that is pretty much saying like, yes, yes, that there will be an opportunity. Yes, that there will be something within the fashion industry for you to do. But the initial question you asked was, do I have to change my job search? And I feel like the yes card is indicating that maybe you do. Maybe you need to switch up the positions that you're looking for, and seeing fashion as an umbrella term. What within it can you do, and where can you grow, and where can you do like those, you know what I mean? Like those baby steps, growing towards the next level, that kind of thing. Stepping stones, that's what that's the word I'm looking for. So I feel like switching up the job search just a little bit, you know what I mean? Not being super picky, being a little bit more open to other positions or other things that you could do within the fashion industry that may be a foot in the door, and then you can work your way through that way. Or even just opening your eyes a little bit more to seeing what else can you do through fashion, but not necessarily what you're used to, you know, stepping outside of the box a little bit. So let's pull cards because we have some time. Let's pull cards on just like the future forecast of it, like what's to come in regards to your career path. Any advice that you need to know. So I'm hearing 6. Let's pull 6 cards. So we have Justice, we have the 7 of Swords, the Star, the 4 of Swords, the Hierophant, and the 2 of Cups. Okay, so what's to come with the future? First off, I feel like that Justice with the 4 or with the 7 of Swords, and then the sense of healing with the Star, I feel like those cards are indicating somebody who tries to always put a damper on your ideas. There's always like that one friend or that person that is just, you think that they're cheering you on, but they aren't. Be very careful of people around you who wouldn't put it past you to, you know what I mean? Like not to self-sabotage, but to sabotage your opportunity. People who are just not as trustworthy, okay? We have Patience that came through. Which, when you see that with the 4 of Swords, the 4 of Swords is like a time of a quiet time. It's a time of patience. It's a time of self-reflection. Love yourself. I love it. I also feel like, the Hierophant card is kind of saying like doing a more traditional approach to work. Taking it slow. You're going to have to go through the mode of like searching for the job, applying, going through the job interview. Like it's going to be very robotic. Not as exciting, but I also feel like there's an opportunity for networking, especially if you already know people who are involved in the fashion industry who are already doing something or similar to what you want to do. I think you need to be a little bit more brave and utilize your networking abilities. So reaching out to these people and asking them, you know, getting some advice from them for ways that you could get in, you know, or or just for their advice, pick their brain a little bit, you know, treat them to dinner one night and pick their brain to help you. You know what I mean? I feel like that 2 of Cups is like swapping secrets or sharing ideas, or them sharing like their contacts or people that they know that could help you get through and whatnot. But I also see that the Hierophant is kind of more of a traditional approach to working. And so that might mean like the process will be a bit slower, especially with that 4 of Swords. It'll be a slow process. And you also got the Patience card too. So I feel like it's just kind of like saying, I I feel like it's just saying like it's gonna take its time. 4, though, it was a big number for you. So maybe by April, you could start to see things switch up a little bit. The other thing with the love yourself card, I feel like the love yourself card is indicating, like I said, you need to help yourself shine a little bit more, to put yourself out there. And if utilizing social media or creating a portfolio of some sort for yourself to help you stand out, loving yourself and loving your own ability to create and to do those things and already envisioning yourself embracing the job that you want, I feel like that's going to help. I feel like it's going to help you. So lastly, let's pull an Angel Answers card. If you believe, let's pull one more. I love it. So if you believe your ability to obtain this job, this dream job, if you believe in yourself to do it, if you trust yourself, if you love yourself enough and know that you deserve it, right? And then big happy changes. So I do feel like there will be a shift for you. The 4 or April could be that time of the month. There might be something that comes up in April that will give you this opportunity or a foot in. Something may be happening around that time. So write that down in your notes. But like I said, patience and also utilizing the networking. If there's people that you know you could talk to, because I'm sure other people come to you when they need stuff. So don't be afraid to switch the table around, you know, to go to them if you need something. I feel like oftentimes we're afraid that we're going to bother people, but then you got to think, how many times were people not really caring about you being bothered by them coming to you for something? So use those networking, use those connections if you have that. I think that that's going to help you. And then I also feel like getting away from toxicities, toxic people who may be trying to sabotage your happiness, you know. It's like, I feel like that star card is saying you've healed from some certain things in the past. You've healed from certain like toxicities with people, maybe in the fashion industry. Learn to let that go, cut those people out, and, you know, do a second chance, like give this a second shot and pay those people no mind. You know what I mean? So that was just also something else that came through last minute. So So my love, this concludes your one question tarot reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you would like to give me feedback, please send me an email. And anyone who's watching, this is the one question reading. It is available in my website. So everything, all of the information will be below. Check me out and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, my loves.